Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your 2025 Healthcare Leaders of New York Annual Gala. My name is Darren Daraj, and I am your 2025 Healthcare Leaders of New York Chapter President. Healthcare Leaders of New York is the largest chapter of the American College of Healthcare Executives. Our membership spans over 2,100 members, from the C-suite healthcare executives to students and a wide range of professionals across every facet of healthcare. Our chapter brings together a diverse mix of voices and experiences across the region and healthcare continuum, along with over 18 healthcare programs, a part of our higher education network. Healthcare, along with 8 committees, a full board of 32 volunteer leaders supporting the promise to you, our members, to help broaden the broader healthcare community. HLNY is the leading professional organization of the New York metro area for healthcare leaders and professionals, all those interested in healthcare space, in the space to connect, in shared ideas, growth professionally and personally. Our pillars of education, service, professional development, networking, advancement, all help to lead our teams, our programs, our activities, our forums, and engagements to ensure the needs of our members are achieved, to help them succeed and rise up in their career and in the field of healthcare. Supporting them every step of the way to help in their rise is their chapter. Helping create, build, enhance, strengthen, and grow the pipeline of healthcare leaders by providing the tools, the resources, mentors, advocates, sponsors, environment, and examples of success, connection, and purpose drives our mission to achieve excellence and deliver on ACHE's mission of creating and supporting leaders that care. To appreciate this day and this moment, we must first acknowledge how far we have come. We have to understand where our journey has begun. Healthcare Leaders of New York has played an important role in shaping healthcare leaders for decades. Its storied history starting in 1969 as the Metropolitan Healthcare Administrators Association. Then in 1992, the Women's Health Network and Hudson Valley Healthcare Executives Association. Oh, geez. In 2002, these organizations merged to create the group that you see in front of you today, Healthcare Leaders of New York. In over 50 years as a group, in various forms, and now over 20 years as a united front, delivering excellence and representing our professionals at every step, in every stage, at every phase, in every room, and at every table, regardless of their path towards achieving their professional and personal goals, which ensures quality of care for our communities and success for our leaders and our professionals. In 2025, our theme is back to basics, adding value at every step. Our path forward is rooted in a commitment to fundamentals, building strong relationships, engaging our members, and creating meaningful impact in all that we do. HLNY is stronger than ever, and I believe that's because we've stayed focused on what members truly need, creating value through education, connection, community, truly focusing on what healthcare leaders is truly about, the people. Taking our communities and members' voices, needs, struggles, pains, wins, losses, and connecting those dots to being an organization poised and ready to lead its people. Healthcare professionals forward towards achieving excellence in care for all. To reinforce our commitment to our membership, we are proud to announce that we will be awarding a HLNY Member of the Year and Student Member of the Year. These awards will honor members who embody this spirit through consistent participation and leadership across our program and initiatives. More details on this award will be announced in the weeks ahead. We look forward to honoring the HLNY Member and Student Member of the Year at our holiday party in December. In addition to our 36 education-accredited hours, qualified virtual or in person, we have created professional development series enabling members the opportunity to obtain professional certificates, mixers to align cohorts of members, sponsors, and people to develop, engage together. Service activities to provide service to our communities together, town halls to educate all those and increase the awareness of updates and awareness in professionalism, learn about topics and disciplines tailored to their career level and connected to resources and professionals to drive value and enhance our professionals so that they can enhance their communities and people. Our focus here at Healthcare Leaders of New York is on leadership. Leadership is critical to the work that we do every day to lead and support all of our people in uncertain time where the only constant that we know in our profession is change. Leadership is how we weather the storm. Leadership is what Healthcare Leaders of New York offers as the mechanism to achieve success in our market and beyond. Leadership is not about the title. It is not about the people. It's about the people, and it's about the actions. All of the intrinsic and extrinsic elements of work and life that impacts how we lead and our results, which is why focusing on leadership and the elements of leadership, honesty, transparency, communication, collaboration, integrity, trust, empathy, and kindness. These qualities create a culture, and culture drives engagement, joy, and excellence for all, which leaders and leadership is inspired and do every single day. We're thoughtful about what we offer and intentional about everything that we do. I want to take a moment to acknowledge our foundation. The foundation for Healthcare Leaders of New York is our 501c3 tax-deductible organization that enables you, our members, and our community to give back, to empower, and help throw the ladder back down for the future rising leaders to climb even faster and achieve even more. So please consider to donate to the Foundation for Healthcare Leadership. Thank you. Behind all the work we do is a dedicated board of directors and volunteers who ensure their volunteer time goes towards adding value for each and every one of you. So I want to take a quick moment to say thank you to the Healthcare Leaders of New York Board of Governors for all the work they've done, to our gala committee, our programs, our sponsorship, to all of you for making this night even more memorable. Thank you. As HLNY continues to evolve, we're keeping a close eye on trends and changes in the industry and adapting our content so that we stay relevant. Whether you're staying out or have decades of experience, HLNY is a place for you. We're a place for insights. We're a place for support. As healthcare organizations recognize the benefits of engaging with professional associations like HLNY, I see the chapter continuing to grow as a key resource for healthcare administrators and professionals as the continuum of care expands and evolves as the connector, the big umbrella organization for all those within to desire to have a positive impact in the profession and for professionals and for our people. In looking to get more involved, my simple advice to all of you is show up and show out. Leadership is about making a difference, and it starts and it ends with each and every one of us. Our actions, our steps, our thoughts, our relationships, our voices, our collaboration, our connections, our hopes, our dreams, and our individual and collective belief and efforts that we can do it, and that taking the hardest step, the first step, just do it. Just take that step forward. Take that step forward for yourself and your chapter, your community, your people. We will all be with you on this journey to ensure that your promise, your dreams, and your success is fulfilled. HLNY truly wants you to succeed, and will support you however we can do to ensure that your success and your career moves forward. Together, we will continue to elevate our chapter, support one another, build and strengthen on our foundation, and add value at every step along the way. HLNY is for healthcare professionals at every stage of their careers, throughout their life, from student to C-suite, and early careerist to retirement and lifetime achievement. Your chapter is with you throughout your career, your life, every step of the way. Remember, you are your chapter is you, and together, we are healthcare leaders of New York. Enjoy your night. Congratulations again to the Award of Distinction recipient, our Award of Distinction Scholarship recipients, and our senior and early careerists. Grateful to all of you to being in this room and continuing adding value for our members, our people, our community, every step of the way. Together, we are Healthcare Leaders of New York. Thank you. And without further ado, I would like to introduce our ACHE Regent, an incredible healthcare executive and leader within our market for over 25 years, a mentor, a guide, a support, and a friend, the new President and Chief Transformation Officer of One Brooklyn Health and our ACHE Regent for Healthcare Leaders of New York and our market, Arthur Gianelli.
So that's a hard act to follow. I'll do my best. So, good evening, friends and colleagues. Welcome to the Healthcare Leaders of New York Annual Gala and Awards Celebration. So my name is Arthur Gianelli. I'm the ACHE Regent for Metropolitan New York. And you elected me this past December to serve a 3-year term, and I'm indeed honored to hold this position. Now, normally, our ACHE Governor, Saul Torres, would have been invited to say a few words before me. So it's a good question. Where is Saul? So Saul is having a great time vacationing in Italy. Now, regrettably, he is missing his first HLNY Gala in 36 years. 36 years, if you can believe that. It's a little late over there. So I spoke to him this morning, and he asked me to extend his best wishes for a wonderful evening. He cracked a few jokes in between, but that was the gist of it. Now, you might reasonably ask, what is a regent? A regent expresses your views to the governing board of the college, and at the same time, conveys to you the key issues upon which the ACHE board is focused. Now, in its strategic plan, the ACHE outlined 3 ways it wishes to provide value to you, the membership. ACHE wants to be a catalyst, spurring you to innovate healthcare for everyone. ACHE seeks to be a connector, strengthening our professional community of leaders. And finally, the ACHE desires to be your trusted partner, expanding its reach and impact by supporting you in your quest to reach your highest potential. Now, these 3 attributes of ACHE, catalyst, connector, and trusted partner, are as important today as they've ever been. 2025 is a really difficult year in healthcare. The industry is consolidating, margin pressure is relentless, expectations for performance are growing, and the federal government, as we've all been witnessing, is poised to strip Medicaid coverage from millions of Americans and curtail critical funding to rural hospitals and safety net systems in New York and all around the country. So now, whether you're an early careerist or a senior healthcare leader, finding a secure space in the context of such disruption is an immense challenge. Yet when times are challenging, windows of opportunity emerge. HLNY, your local ACHE chapter, is the organization that connects executives and administrators with the resources and the network needed to navigate difficult periods such as the one through which we are all living. Now, Darren declared as his theme for his HLNY presidency, back to basics, adding value at every step. He mentioned that in his speech. This theme is pitch perfect. As leaders, we know that the best way to traverse difficult situations for our organizations is to return to the fundamentals: empathy and empowerment, vision and execution. As professionals, we know that our careers require tending and maintenance, support and cultivation. By establishing strong foundations, we can build careers and organizations that are resilient, that can endure expected obstacles and unexpected roadblocks. HLNY is here to stand beside you every step of your journey. Now, tonight, we're honoring colleagues at various stages of this journey. Some have made really extraordinary imprints on healthcare in New York and in the nation. And others hint at the great accomplishments to come. Yet everyone we celebrate this evening is committed to averting the fiscal and political minefields ahead to deliver exceptional patient care, to support our caregivers, and to advance healthcare administration as a profession. Now, I want to conclude my remarks on a personal note. So at the end of May, I transitioned from holding an executive leadership role at the Mount Sinai Health System to serving as the President and Chief Transformation Officer of One Brooklyn Health. As I tell everybody, I'm Dr. Scott, who's here today. I'm Dr. Scott's effector arm. Now, leaving any organization for more than 11 years is difficult, and searching for the right next role in such an arduous market can be deflating and nerve-wracking. Having come out successfully on the other side of this search process, though, I'd like to share 3 observations, which I hope can help you if you're in a similar situation. So the first observation is don't internalize rejection. The competition for every administrative position in healthcare, from entry level to CEO, is fierce. You will fall short far more often than you're going to prevail. Discouraging outcomes are not a reflection on your value. Instead, they reflect the preferences of the organizations conducting searches for a finite number of roles. That's it. Second, cast a wide net. Hospitals are consolidating in response to financial pressure and policy uncertainty. Consider positions with different types of organizations, like startup companies or large, vertically integrated organizations. Look around at all of the other possibilities. And third, fuel your network with positive karma. Be generous with your assistance, your advice, and your contacts, because you never know when you're going to need similar help from your colleagues. A person who was critical to my successful search was someone with whom I first worked about a quarter of a century ago. All right, that's a long time. Building, cultivating, and giving back to your network is how many of you will find the right organization and the right position through which to advance professionally. A favorite singer-songwriter of mine once wrote, "To be alive is to know your purpose." Now, One Brooklyn Health is an organization that serves an intensely vulnerable community, yet it requires fundamental transformation to fulfill this commitment. So I've discovered that for me, this is my purpose. The HCHE and HLNY, they're here to help you find yours. So thank you tonight for granting me the opportunity to speak to you. And now on to our awardees. Thank you very much. Now, I learned a little too late that apparently one of the responsibilities of a regent is to order awards. So that I didn't do. So as my wife could tell you, my wife is here today, as my wife could tell you, I'm really good at the hard stuff, like running hospitals. I'm good at that, right? But the simple stuff that you should be good at, like ordering the awards and things like that, not so much. So we're going to ask our awardees to come on up. You're going to get the honor and privilege of shaking my hand and shaking Darren's hand. You'll get a photograph, and then in the mail at some point, you will get an award, and we're going to forget this ever happened, right? All right, so I'm going to read something about each of the awardees. I'm going to ask them to come up. I'm going to ask Darren to come up now because the awardees will be coming up shortly. So I'm going to start with Michael Gatto as our first senior level Healthcare Executive Award winner. Now, I encountered Michael initially at Hofstra University, where he was the director of the master's degree program in health administration, overseeing the training of countless administrators in downstate New York, including the current and past president of HLNY. Now, he moved a few miles down Hempstead Turnpike, serving as the vice president for transitions of care and the chief district officer for the Nassau Healthcare Corporation, helping the corporation to navigate the complexities of the state's waiver while utilizing the waiver funds to build out a population health platform to support the Nassau University Medical Center. Since then, Michael has been an executive vice president for Health Matrix Strategies, a consulting organization that provides strategic planning, service line development, systems integration, and fiscal management solutions to its clients. Michael has a long history of supporting the training and education of healthcare administrators, and he has led HLNY's efforts to connect with and expand its relationship with our higher education network schools. Michael, will you please come to the stage to, I wrote here, accept your award. Really, it's to come on up here and shake my hand and Darren's hand and take a photograph, and you're welcome to say a few words as well. Michael.
I'll take but 1 minute of your time because I've been told I have 1 minute of your time. But I have to say this, I would be remiss if I did not, in a way, give back the expression of gratitude and honor for this award, because it truly does mean a lot to me. And I'm humbled by this. This is my 41st year in healthcare. I joined MAHA in 1995 when it was the Metropolitan Hospital Administrators Association. But this recognition means a lot. It means a lot, not just personally, but for the work we do every day, for the opportunity to mentor, and my gratitude and thanks for those who have mentored me. And this is an important notion, all right? Without that mentorship, all right, I would not be where I am today. and it's so important. And it's allowed me to allow others to grow, to work with teams, and to produce the innovation that is so important and so required of today's healthcare management and healthcare arena. I have to thank my greatest mentor, all right, my family. My father, 95 years old, sitting there, right? Okay. Thank you. Along with my wife Esperanza, daughter Danielle, my brother Ronald, and his wife Anne-Marie. And I thank them all because family is also a key mentorship to your success. So as I say thank you and humbly accept this award, never lose focus. All right? Never lose what role and what values that we have to offer healthcare today, all right, and what it means to be a true partner in the healthcare leadership environment. Once again, thank you so very much. I am humbled.
All right, our next awardee is Joe Mascola. So now I've known Joe for nearly 20 years. And across these 2 decades, Joe has quietly but masterfully ascended the ranks of Northwell Health, starting as a physician's assistant and rising to be the system's chief people officer, and now it's executive vice president for shared services strategy and operations. Amongst numerous responsibilities, Joe leads and creates strategic business initiatives that drive down costs while also generating new revenue for the health system, including FlexStaff, which is Northwell's own staffing company, Marcus Avenue Real Property Management, which is Northwell's in-house construction company, and Northwell direct-to-employer company, delivering innovation to the broader healthcare community and saving Northwell hundreds of millions of dollars since its inception. With the changes that will surely come in the wake of Michael Dowling's retirement, it's only reasonable to assume that Joe will shoulder an even greater responsibilities in New York's largest healthcare system. Importantly, Joe has accomplished so much while adhering to his core values and being one of the true gentlemen in our industry. Joe, will you please come to the stage and accept your award, and you're welcome to say a few words. Joe, come on up.
Really is a great handshake, very firm, eye contact, even got a little pat on the back. It's quite fantastic. Thank you, Art. Really, please know that the respect is mutual, and thank you, Darren, for the recognition. I think similar to Michael, I also feel like there is a debt of gratitude that is owed in reverse to HLNY, and that is because as Art said, when I started my career as a clinician, and this conversion, you get this master's degree and you think like, oh yeah, this is great. You get into the real world and you realize imposter syndrome is totally real. I asked around a few people, like, where do you learn the real stuff? And they said, you should go to one of these meetings. And if memory serves correct, which I think, there was a third person who I can't remember who it was, but it was Jeff Kraut. It was a session on strategy, and it was Jeff Kraut at then North Shore LIJ. It was Barbara King from Mount Sinai, and for the life of me, I can't remember who the third person was, but it was a fantastic session, and it was one of those feelings of, yes, okay, I'm in the right place, I can be honest about what I don't know, and learn. And that's what this organization, I think, has represented, I know, for me and for so many others over the decades. And so truly congratulations to the organization for such a a fantastic history. Congratulations to the other award recipients, Dr. Grossman, and enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you so much.
All right, our next honoree is Beth Oliver. So now, I first met Beth in 2014 when I joined the Mount Sinai Health System. Beth is a whirlwind for good. She's Senior Vice President for Cardiac Services at Mount Sinai, which means that she keeps a team of high-powered physicians firmly in check. In her spare time, Beth is Mount Sinai's Chief Nursing Executive, a position which gives her responsibility over thousands of nurses across the system's 7 hospitals. Beth is ceaselessly creative, launching weekend patient experience summits in cardiology, breakfast with Beth for floor nurses in all of Sinai's hospitals, and the Nursing Executive Council to govern nursing practice across the system. Now, the thing I miss most about leaving Mount Sinai, this is a true statement, is that I no longer hear my phone ring at 6 in the morning and, without even looking, realize that it's Beth in a cab calling me to start the day. So Beth, please come up to the stage, accept your award, and you are welcome to say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. It's truly an honor to accept the Senior Level Healthcare Executive Regents Award. I am deeply grateful to healthcare leaders of New York and the American College of Healthcare Executives for this recognition, and to my colleagues and mentors who have supported my journey in healthcare leadership. I'd also like to thank my colleague, Art Gianelli, for nominating me for this award. As a nurse and as a proud advocate for the profession, I believe that nursing leadership is essential to the advancement of healthcare management and the transformation of health systems. Nurses are not only caregivers at the bedside, but also strategic thinkers, innovators, and drivers of equitable, patient-centered care. Throughout my career, I have been guided by simple yet powerful principles that excellence in healthcare begins with empowering people, nurses, teams, and communities to reach their full potential. Whether through mentoring emerging nurse leaders, championing new models of care, or leading system-wide initiatives, I have been firsthand how nursing leadership can shape the future of healthcare for the better. This award is not only a recognition of past work, it is a call to continue advocating for the vital role nurses play in healthcare leadership. It is also a reflection and the mission that we all share here at ACHE to advance health through leadership and service. Thank you for this honor and for the opportunity to be part of this community that is committed to making healthcare better for all. Thank you.
Our final senior honoree is Susan Sales. Susan has been the Chief Executive Officer for New York City's Health and Hospitals Gouverneur Skilled Nursing Facility, coming on 8 years. Under Susan's watch, Gouverneur has an overall rating of 5 out of 5 stars by the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. Gouverneur has also earned 5 out of 5 stars from CMS for its staffing levels and for its quality of care. Yeah, that deserves a round of applause. That's hard work to achieve. Susan was Gouverneur's Associate Executive Director for 9.5 years before ascending to the CEO role. She's had a career in New York healthcare administration that dates back over 30 years, and she's a fellow in the American College of Healthcare Executives. So Susan, please come to the stage to accept your award, and you too are welcome to say a few words.
I only put 25 years because I don't like to age myself. But hello, everyone. Thank you for the recognition and this award this evening. It's truly an honor, and I'm deeply grateful for the recognition and for being among so many impressive people. This award causes me to reflect not only on my longevity in the field, but also the incredible support of my colleagues, mentors, and team members. I'm also grateful to work for New York City Health and Hospitals, the largest municipal healthcare system in the US. In overseeing, and thank you for my many colleagues who are here this evening. In overseeing Gouverneur Skilled Nursing Facility during COVID, I knew I was supported by a system filled with knowledgeable, committed people who support the mission of serving the underserved. And to my family and friends for your unwavering support, you have been my foundation. Receiving this award as a seasoned healthcare executive causes me to reflect on my career and the mentors I have had over the years, many of whom have been leaders of Healthcare Leaders of New York, formerly MAHA, or former recipients of this award, including John Marangakis from the former Sound Shore Medical Center, Maureen McCluskey at New York City Health and Hospitals. Rest in peace. It is they who originally encouraged me to join ACHE and pursue fellowship. I was grateful and humbled when Darren called me and said I was being honored. The commitment of ACHE, HLNY to high ethical standards and conduct and promoting lifelong learning, networking, and continuous career development inspires me. I look forward to continuing my commitment to advancing healthcare and making a positive impact. Thank you very much.
All right. The Early Career Healthcare Executive Awards. So, Zach Almer. So Zach has packed a lot into his young career. For nearly 2.5 years, he served as the Director of Strategic Project Management at Live On New York. For the previous 2.5 years, he consulted with the Masters of Healthcare Administration program at the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai. And for nearly 8 years previously, Zachary rose through the ranks at Memorial Sloan Kettering to become its Manager of Resource Alignment and Integration. So while accomplishing all of that professionally, Zachary pursued his master's degree in public administration at Baruch, obtained a project management professional certification, and earned his fellow in the American College of Healthcare Executives. And even after all that, he's the secretary to the board of HLNY. So Zach, please come up on stage to accept your award. Zachary. You have those? You got it.
That's a good handshake, too.
Over here. Okay. Thank you.
Congrats.
Halim Kajaziz. Halim is HLNY's president-elect. Pretty good for someone at the early stages of a very promising career in healthcare administration. Halim's stated goal is to commit his career to helping people. He likes to quote Henry Ford, "Whether you think you can win or you can't, you're right." For over 4 years, Halim has been a business operations manager at Stony Brook Medicine, and for the previous nearly 11 years, Halim took on increasingly more responsible roles at the Economic Opportunity Council of Suffolk County. He holds a master's degree from Stony Brook University in Healthcare Administration and Management, and he was taught by the great Susan Somerville, who's here somewhere tonight. And so, Halim, please come up on the stage to accept your award.
Yeah!
Hey, man.
My boss got to get a picture, too.
Okay.
Thank you, Halim.
Congrats.
Now we have the Healthcare Excellence Award, and this is going to Sahar Malik. So now, I feel like I've known Sahar forever, literally. She's a Senior Vice President for Operations at Westchester Medical Center, the flagship hospital within the WMC Health system. Sahar rose lightning fast through the administrative ranks of WMC Health. A former supervisor attributed her success to her, quote, unnerving competence in organizing myriad complex initiatives. Sahar has also held a number of leadership positions with HLNY, including being elected in 2022 as a board member at large for the Hudson Valley. The bottom line is if you want to get something done and done right, call Sahar. So Sahar, please come up to the stage to accept your award. Finally, we have the Award of Distinction Scholarship winners. I'm going to call all of you up. Evelyn Singh, Janelle Jacobs, Leanne Delgado Coca, and Riley Pogoloff. Come on up. All right, I'm going to bring Darren back to the stage to introduce our Award of Distinction.
Long time no see, everyone. It's good you all are still here. Thank you. For the most meaningful part of my presidency is to be able to give this award. The annual gala is a place where we honor and recognize healthcare excellence, and the Award of Distinction is that incredible industry award that we're able to provide an incredible leader who has made an incredible impact to inspire people to do amazing work and save lives. I'm going to introduce a video to introduce our Award of Distinction 2025 recipient, Dr. Robert Grossman. Please play the video. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in honoring and celebrating an innovator, an inspiration, a leader in our field, the CEO and Dean of NYU Langone Health, Dr. Robert Grossman. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Yes, thank you very much. Oh, wow. Wow, you did get one of them.
We did get the Tiffany's for you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good. It's my,
Down there.
okay. Whoa. Okay,
Nice to see everybody. Many thanks, Darren, Arthur, and I want to give a shout out to Camille Glotzbecker because she actually was a force that got me here. So thank you, Camille. And I want to thank HLNY for this really splendid honor. Now, I'm particularly moved because I have a special relationship with Glen Island. And it was 60 years ago that I had two events here. The first event was I broke up with a prom date here. Okay, and she never forgot it because at my 40th reunion, the first words out of her mouth, at Glen Island, why didn't you take me to the prom? So they never forget. But the truth is, in the summer of 1965, I worked on construction at this place. It was called Glen Island Casino. It was different. My job was paint scraper. And every day I would come to work, get on a ladder, and scrape old paint off of the casino. It was hot, and I would be drenched in sweat, my hair matted, and my clothes covered with the scrapes, the paint chips. Now, I remember during the breaks watching the boats on the Long Island Sound. The decks were filled with kids, some of them my age at the time, appearing to have the time of their life. And I was thinking, what the hell was wrong with me? Now, the answer was nothing. I got a lot out of that experience and many others, including being a paper boy, dishwasher, stocking shelves at the A&P, sweeping the floors in a butcher shop. And all the working people I encountered taught me deep respect for those who do their jobs well. Nothing is too menial. You can learn from everyone. So maybe that should be the first idea. Be curious and become a learning machine. Part of this concept is to read widely. Being a reader gives you a step on others. When someone talks to me about their experience, I think N equals 1. Reading broadens your understanding and teaches you so much about leadership and people, and ultimately provides a powerful intellectual asset that gives you a significant competitive advantage. Another important lesson from my early days: don't assume everyone thinks like you. Big mistake. What you want for yourself is not necessarily what others want. This is especially true in dealing with human relation issues. You believe you have a perfect solution for a particular individual. It is a new opportunity, and you cannot understand why the offering isn't received by over-the-moon gratitude. The answer is she doesn't think like you. And, by the way, you've just flunked the emotional intelligence test. Great leaders read people well and can intuit their needs and desires. And now I think it's probably innate, but the capability needs to be refined. EQ trumps IQ in career advancement and predicting success, both in leadership and in management. Besides being a reader of both books and people, another underappreciated attribute that effective leaders possess is that many of them are excellent teachers. Eisenhower significantly facilitated his military career by being a superb football coach. Yes, a football coach. He went from post to post, and everyone wanted him because he was a winner. Winning football coaches are talented instructors. Great leaders tend to be gifted teachers, but great teachers may or may not be good leaders. Another undervalued trait in leaders is their sense of humor. John Kennedy and Bill Clinton had wonderful senses of humor, and I remember reading about John Kennedy. Now, this is going to date me, but at Kennedy's time, the ambassador to Russia was a guy named Anastas Mikoyan. And Kennedy goes up to him and says, "Are you the real Mikoyan?" So they had very good senses of humor. And they were actually also, those two guys were actually really voracious readers. The best leaders are outstanding communicators. They are clear and concise and broadcast truth and values, enabling establishment of organizational culture. Remember, good writing is a sign of clear thinking. Leaders have humility. Humility and self-confidence go hand in hand. You must have enough confidence to always be willing to learn. Courage and the desire to take risks are important traits and quite intertwined. Successful leaders are not timid. They are not afraid of losing or getting fired. Rather, they are willing to bet the ranch and win big. There is a Chinese proverb that many a false step was made by standing still. Leaders operate in the ether of ambiguity, and they are comfortable making big decisions without antecedent clarity. Most often, any decision is better than no decision. Now, if you persist as a leader, you'll undoubtedly encounter crises. Everyone does. Many times, a crisis defines a leader's tenure and legacy. Blowing it is usually lethal. Just look at the recent rash of terminations of university presidents. When you have seen one crisis, you've seen one. They reveal the best and expose the worst. Expect everything to fail. Think long-term. Be visible and communicate. Everyone in a crisis is nervous, frightened, exhausted, and at times panicked. You may have to manage other managers. Manage the managers. They are all observing you. Be calm and resolute. Remember, everything can look like a failure when you're in the middle of a crisis. Be positive. Accept short-term pain for long-term gain and make lemonade. Effective leaders address challenging situations promptly. I adopted a Mark Twain phrase. I use the term "eat the frog" to characterize how one should manage difficult issues that are that at your feet. Take responsibility. Don't give it to somebody else. Accept it and explain your rationale and move on. Great leaders anticipate. Now, you know, a lot of people like to solve problems. There's less glory in preventing an untoward problem than in being a hero and solving what should have never happened in the first place. Evaluate near misses and continuously learn from failures. Make mistakes teachable moments. A few other thoughts. You can see a little better here. Sustained success requires persistent value creation. Be proactive, not reactive. Don't be afraid of the competition. It makes you better. The more successful you are, the more ferocious the competition. Remember, dogs don't urinate on moving cars. Why do leaders fail? Okay, there are many reasons. I'll provide a few. They are risk averse, timid, incremental, indecisive, out of touch, insecure, inauthentic, hail fellow, well met, and afraid to admit they don't know the answer. That's just to name a few reasons. You can see these issues a mile away. The question to ask is, how did they get there in the first place? And I think a lot of search processes and committees are flawed. They facilitate the advancement of affable, well-connected, the careerists, and tend to disadvantage those with real aptitude who may appear as severe or too straightforward. Those making the choice tend to overemphasize appearance and schooling. And I would say, remember, Winston Churchill never went to college. And they don't focus on real-world achievements, emotional intelligence, guts, and whose careers the applicants have accelerated. Searches need to discover which candidates possess the right combination of courage, confidence, decisiveness, tenacity, resilience, hard work, authenticity, and enthusiasm to really enable success. Now, appreciate, this is important, appreciate that mediocrity is always invisible until passion shows up and crushes it. Lastly, my journey from paint scraper to dean and CEO, the son of a mother who was an illegal immigrant and a father from the coal mines of Appalachia, you would argue a very unvarnished background, to being honored by this wonderful society is a tribute to the prospects in medicine and to this great but not perfect country. It illustrates the glorious opportunities in healthcare for everyone, no matter where they start. Remember, passionate people change the world. Go for it and leave it all on the field. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. My name is Halim Kaigasis. I am the president-elect of HLNY, and I will be getting us on our way out the doors. When we look around at today's event, and we look at how we're here today, it's thanks to the sponsors who help fund this, but it's more than just the funds that they're supporting. It's the advancement of healthcare leadership and their commitment to advancing it. So we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our sponsors who have helped make tonight's event and the rest of our events that we hold throughout the year for our members. Thank you all for your support, and we are very appreciative for all that you do for healthcare in general. On the screens, you'll see our upcoming events. We have a lot of events coming up for the rest of this year, some as soon as tomorrow. Feel free to go to our website, hlny.org, and register for our upcoming events. And if you don't want to go to the website and keep track of that, you can subscribe to our events calendar. Again, it's on the website. And after that, for those who are interested, the window is still open through June 30th for the Board of Governors exam waiver fee. You have until then to sit and prepare yourself for the Board of Governors exam and have that fee waived. We'd like to encourage everybody who's able to and who's eligible to sit for the exam to register for it and take the exam. At the moment that we look at our healthcare leaders, we have to support them up-and-coming healthcare leaders that are coming through the ranks, and the HLNY Foundation is one of the organizations that helps support the advancement of healthcare leadership. We want to encourage everybody to take consideration and be able to contribute to the Healthcare Foundation to help our up-and-coming leaders by way of supporting scholarships to help advance their careers. Once again, in closing, we'd like to thank all of our generous sponsors for their support of not only HLNY, but for the advancement of healthcare leadership in the state of New York. Thank you, and we thank you for coming to tonight's event and hope you have a safe trip home. Have a good evening.